So welcome everyone. This is Alicia on our CoCo Noir, and I have...
Hi, Bella Pearson from Vine Connections. We are a South American, Italian, and French wine importer as well as sake importer.
Yes, and today I wanted to give you behind the scenes of how CoCo Noir samples different wines for when we pick our diverse selection. Again, we are the leader in picking wines that are represented by diverse cultures, regions, and just flavor palettes. You know, California, we're known for just the wine, but also we are known for our multicultural, our diverse palettes that pairs with a lot of our food. So this one, we're gonna be doing a sake tasting. So again, this is what I do if it's a day in the life of a wine shop owner doing tastings. This is the fun part. We are preparing to do a sake tasting that we're gonna announce. It's gonna be later in the month. So look out for that, and we're gonna pair it with some really great bites. But yes, you're just gonna see us do tastings. I'm gonna have,
Bella.
I'm so sorry, I just met her.
No worries.
Yes, I'm gonna have Bella. It's like, this is just improv. So this is what I do. So we're gonna do a sake tasting. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 sake, and I'm gonna select between 5 and 6 of them for our actual sake tasting event. So Bella, let's go. We're just gonna do this as an everyday, and then you can like show.
Yes, so first up, we are going to be tasting Fukucho Seaside. So this is a sparkling sake coming from Hiroshima Prefecture. And I know something that's really important to you here is featuring women in the industry. So yes. Fukucho is actually made by this badass woman named Miho Imada. She is very well known in the sake industry. When she started brewing sake about 15 years ago, she was one of 7 what you call toji or master brewers. And today she's one of 27. So she has really helped pave the way for women in Japan. Now, looking at Japan, having over 1,200 sake breweries, 27 master brewers, they still have a long way to go, but that is Miho's mission, is making it more accessible for women to be in the industry. So this sparkling sake made in a pet nat method, so it's finished fermentation in bottles. That's why it's a little bit cloudy. There's still some of the yeast inside of there. But the cool part about it is because the yeast is still in the bottle, it re-ferments in the bottle, so it'll stay sparkling for a little while longer.
This is so good. I love it. I've never had a sparkling or pet nat like sake. I've had it in bubbles, you know?
Absolutely.
And what would this pair with?
So where this is coming from in Japan, in Hiroshima, it's a little seaside fishing village called Akitsu. And their local cuisine is oysters, shellfish, crustaceans. So Miho Imada had that exact pairing in mind. I also love this label. She decided to put all the different little sea creatures on it, so you know exactly what to pair it with. Funny enough, in Japan, she makes a still version of this sake called seafood. And when it was time to import Seaside to the US, she also wanted to call it seafood. And our Kome Collective president, Monica Samuels, was like, we're not going to be able to sell something called seafood in the US.
I love it. So yeah, this is amazing. Like I said, this tastes really good. So again, you guys, we're going outside of the box. You know, this tasting experience that's going to come at the end of January, and the Eventbrite will be posted next week. This sake tasting, we're going to pair it with some great little bites within your charcuterie board. So,
next one I have, this is Rihaku, Wandering Poet.
And then I'm going to do a B-roll.
Perfect.
So just do a little for me. That's good. Now, you guys, for me, when I do tastings, I rarely, I taste, but I also swallow too. So I'm a little bit different. Like, I like to take in the whole experience. So you can go on ahead and tell us more about this.
So this next one, Rihaku Wandering Poet. This is a Junmai Ginjo coming from Shimane Prefecture. So a little bit more about sake and how it's classified. So you have 2 main categories. You have Junmai, which means pure rice, and then you have Aruten or Hanjozo or non-Junmai sakes. So those sakes have the same 4 ingredients as the Junmai, but there's a little bit of alcohol added. So the main 4 ingredients are rice, water, yeast and then what's called koji mold. So
Kojimo.
unlike wine, where you have grapes that have juice that the yeast can then digest and turn into alcohol, rice also has sugar.
Yeah.
But it's trapped in starch. So koji mold is used to aid in a process called saccharification that breaks down the starch so that the sugar becomes readily available. Yeah, so this one being a Junmai Ginjo. I know, right? It has beautiful floral notes and banana, which is a huge common theme throughout sake because a lot of sake yeast gives off those banana notes.
I love it. It's more on what I'm normally used to, but it also has that wine flavor.
Absolutely.
Definitely. This is good. Now, I like this one.
Thank you.
So, you guys, it's getting really tough. I want to select all of them, but I have to do, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have to do at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, you got to pare it down. Next one we are going to be tasting is called Tozai Living Jewel. This is a Junmai coming from Kyoto Prefecture. Kyoto has what's called Fushimi Mizu, and that is one of Japan's most prized water sources. So water being a huge component of sake, in one bottle of sake, it's about 80% water. So it does impart flavors. And the Fushimi Mizu is a very crisp, clean flavor profile. So in turn, the sakes made with it tend to be a little bit crisp and cleaner.
This one is it's similar to this one, but it's, I don't know, it's like a little bit more elevated.
Yeah. And this one I find the Tozai, so this is a Junmai. So something we didn't talk about yet with sake is the milling rate. So that determines what is going to be on the label. With Junmai, there's no minimum polishing rate or milling rate. Typically it's around 70%, whereas a Junmai Ginjo, this is going to be 60%. So what that means is you're getting closer to what's called the shinpaku of the sake rice. It's the starchy core. The closer you get to that, the more kind of delicate, fruity, floral aromas you'll get, which will be really prevalent once we move on to the Junmai Daiginjo, which is milled the most. So yeah, now we kind of milled a little bit more, milled a little less. I always find these ones tend to be slightly more savory.
Yes. So you guys might guess which ones I'm gonna pick thus far. Oh yeah, this one is smooth.
Yeah.
Now, what is the alcohol content on these?
Great question. So a lot of people don't know this, but sake has a higher alcohol content than wine.
What?
Yeah, so wine, 15, 16 is the high end. 15, 16 is like the regular end for sake, whereas like 18 to 20 is the high end. And then you will see some sake, and it has become a trend with the low ABV, like no ABV trend that's happening. A lot of brewers are trying to create lower ABV sakes just to be more approachable, and especially for like a company like ours, we are nationwide. And when you're dealing with states that have laws about the ABV, it also helps us as importers to be able to distribute our products more places with a little bit lower ABV. All right, next one. I love this label.
I know the designs of all of these sake bottles. I mean, wines are just really good from.
Yeah, we so Vine Connections, which I also wanted to tell you about a little bit. We are a majority female company.
I love that, women empowerment.
And our marketing team is all female, and I love to hype them up anytime I can. And a lot of these labels were designed by them.
So good.
I know, right? So Kawatsuru Olive, this one is coming from the island of Shikoku. And this sake is so freaking cool. It is one of the only sakes imported to the US that's made with yeast that's derived from olives. Yeah, so I know I never can tell if it's subliminal messaging or if it's actually there, like having it be called olive, having olives on the label. This reminds me of a dirty martini.
Yes, it does.
Right? So on the island of Shikoku, it's one of the only places that olives can grow in Japan. It has a really nice Mediterranean climate. And yeah, the local brewers realized that the yeast on the olive, they were able to take a sample of all the different yeasts outside of the Sanuki olive skin, and they studied which one would be best for sake and they isolated it, and now they use it. 4 breweries on the island use it, and this is the only one imported to the U.S.
This one is good, so it's this one.
Thank you. Yep, Kawatsuru olive. Ooh. Like it really just does have that dirty martini, like kind of brininess.
I like that.
All right, next one.
Okay.
CoCo Divine Droplets. So this one, like I was saying earlier, this is the Junmai Daiginjo. So this one will be a little bit more premium.
Okay.
Milled a little bit more as well. So we're getting closer to that Chinpaku. And this one is really cool. It's made in a method called shizuku. So typically with sake, how they filter the sake is they use a accordion press. So they're filling these cloth bags and loading them into a press vertically. And then the press from both sides will squish the bags to separate what's called the sake kasu or sake lees from the actual finished product. Shizuku, it's a much gentler process. So they're using these same cloth bags, they're filling it with the finished product, and then they're hanging it. So the sake is coming out drop by drop. So you're not gonna have as much astringency. Like you can already tell sipping this one how much more delicate it feels compared to the first 4.
You guys, the aromatics on this is so good. I couldn't even wait. I was like, okay, let her give the descriptions, but this is, okay. This is the more premium.
Yeah. And it has really nice, like almost tropical, like
tropical,
lychee,
lychee.
nice
it's like
florals
it's
to
like
it.
I'm not gonna say it's like a Sauvignon Blanc, but it has the notes of like a Sauvignon Blanc in New Zealand, where it's like a lot of tropical fruit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one is good. So you guys, right now, these are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one's good.
Thank you. I was really excited when you chose this lineup because this is a really good range of options. We're going from obviously something more specialty, having a sparkling sake, then our more like typical sakes, a little bit higher end, and now we're moving into my favorite category, which is the more like savory, robust, kind of umami driven sakes.
Okay.
So this one I find is a good like bridge into that category. So we're bouncing back to that island of Shikoku with Kawatsuru. This is the Crane of Paradise.
So how far is this from Okinawa?
Okinawa?
Is it like
it
is a couple of hours apart, or is it?
No, not hours. I would say maybe less than an hour by plane.
Okay.
So Okinawa, if I'm remembering correctly, is an island off like the southwest of Japan, whereas Shikoku is not quite the middle, maybe like west middle of the of Japan, but it's southern. So it's just an island right off the middle. Okay. Have you been to Okinawa?
No. These are places I'm gonna go to, but I'm just a worldly person. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on travel and food and culture, and just love it.
Yeah.
So this one again, what is it called?
So Kawatsuru, Crane of Paradise, and this is a Junmai. So we're back in the level of the Tozai Living Jewel.
So these are more, what you said these 3 are?
So these 3 are going to be leaning more savory, robust umami, especially the last 2. This one I always find to have more umami than, let's say, the Tozai. So I like to use it as a bridge to kind of prep our palate and be like, okay, we're getting out of the like more floral territory and going to be getting a little funky. Yeah, so these 2 are from the same brewery. This one is using just a regular sake yeast, whereas that one was the olive.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Thank you.
So you guys, now I'm gonna have to choose. I already know which ones I want, but I have to choose one out of this side.
You should, to have it be a more round tasting. I mean, you absolutely could just choose to focus on the more fruity floral, but I always find it more fun, and especially as an educator, to focus and bring in one of the more savory guys.
But I'm not gonna tell you which ones on camera. I just wanted you to see what we're tasting.
You'll have to show up to find out.
Yes.
So next one we are tasting is Kanbara, Bride of the Fox. This one is a Junmai Ginjo coming from Niigata Prefecture. And Niigata is known for having very crisp, clean sake with what's called curate, which is a short, crisp, clean finish.
Okay.
This sake is the complete opposite of that.
Okay.
This is made by a man named Dr. Sato, who actually specializes in koshu or aged sake. So we have another sake from Kanbara that is 10 to 12 year aged and mixed in the Solera method. So that kind of gives you an idea of like where his brain is at. So this one, being his Junmai Ginjo, made with one of the more popular sake brewing rices called Goyaku Mangoku. But this one definitely like leaning more like cocoa, toasted nut, like a little bit of baking spices.
This one, when she said the total opposite, just on the nose.
Yeah.
And when I say funky, it's not like in a bad way. It's more of just like very.
It's completely different than
different.
than
It's
the
like,
6 other ones.
It's more of a musky. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, you can tell this one is aged. So it has an age taste to it. Can you give us just a like less than 15 seconds, like how these are made? Is it barreled? Is it made similar?
No, so most sake, unless it is deemed a cedar barrel aged sake, is going to be basically immediately put in a bottle, or if it's aged in stainless steel tank.
Okay.
So typically, your day-to-day sake is not touching oak. Taru sake is how it will be labeled if it's cedar barrel aged.
Is sake in the wine category?
No, it is different. It's actually more closely related to the beer brewing
beer,
process than it is to wine.
Okay, that's why wineries can carry it, because but it's not like considered a spirit.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Even with the high ABV, it's still not considered a spirit.
Yeah, this one's interesting. It's not that it's not one of my favorites, but I can appreciate it. But these are my favorites.
Hey, now we know your style. You know, you appreciate the more like crisp and refreshing, like fruity floral driven sakes.
And you guys trust my palate now. We've had sake in the past, but we've never done a tasting experience with sake.
All right.
I love this
I know.
design.
Isn't that such a fun label? So last but not least, we have our Shiokawa Cowboy Yamahai. So this is a Yamahai Junmai Ginjo Genshu. So those are 2 new words that we haven't covered yet. Yamahai is a centuries-old fermentation starter that incorporates a lot of lactic acid bacteria into the sake. All the rest of them that are not Yamahai, since when Yamahai was created, they have figured out a way to just be able to add the lactic acid bacteria, whereas Yamahai is going back to sake making roots, and it's a lengthy process. It usually takes about 2 weeks and consists of basically the brewers kind of letting a tank sit with rice, water, and koji mold, and just letting the bacteria kind of do its own thing.
Okay.
And then Junmai Ginjo is the grade that this rice was milled to, and then Genshu means it's undiluted, so it's going to have a little bit higher ABV. This one is 16.9. Compared to the others, I think we were sitting around like 15.
Yeah. Is it aged as well? Or?
No, this one isn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Something I always find with Yamahai sakes is they always have like almost like the tang of like Greek yogurt to them.
Oh, well, I do have. It's like a Greek or it's like a yogurt flavor. I don't know if it's vanilla bean or if it's just a plain, but it does have a yogurt like taste, not taste but smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much. This is the day in the life of CoCo Noir when we do our tastings. This is part of the experience of like how I meet the distributor. We do our wine selection, and yeah, this is the first time I've done this. I'm going to do many more. Thank you guys so much, and you'll see us again.
Bye.